In this video, I'm going to be reading Matthew 5:21 to 48 and Luke 6:27 to 30 and 32 to 36. In a harmony of the Gospels, we worked our way up to the teaching of Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount. And he's going to be teaching in a number of areas, and we'll see this not only in Matthew, but also in Luke. So we begin starting reading in Matthew chapter 5, verse 21, getting actually in to the details of the Sermon on the Mount, and we'll compare it with Luke. Ye have heard that it has been said of them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that every one who is angry with his brother shall be in danger of the judgment, and whoso shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council, and whosoever shall say, Thou fool, shall be in danger of the hell of fire. If therefore thou art offering thy gift at the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art with him in the way, lest happily the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou shalt be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence, till thou hast paid the last farthing. Ye have heard that it was said, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that every one that looketh on a woman to lust after her hath already committed with her adultery with her in his heart. And if your right eye causeth thee to stumble, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body be cast into hell. And if thy right hand causeth thee to stumble, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body go into hell. It is said also, Whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a bill of divorcement. But I say unto you, that every one that putteth away his wife, having for the cause of fornication, maketh her an adulteress. And whosoever shall marry her, when she is put away, committeth adultery. Again, ye have heard that it was said of them of old time, Thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by the heaven, for it is the throne of God, nor by the earth, for it is the footstool of his feet, nor by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, for thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your speech be yea, yea, nay, nay, and whatsoever is more than these is of the evil one. Ye have heard that it is said, An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, resist not him that is evil, but whosoever smiteth thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man would go to law with thee, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go 1 mile, go with him twain. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee turn not away. Ye have heard that it was said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor, and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, and pray for them that persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sendeth rain on the just and the unjust. And if ye love them that love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans do the same? And if you salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the Gentiles do the same? Ye therefore shall be perfect, as your heavenly Father is perfect. And then reading Luke, it reads, But I say unto you which hear, love your enemies, do good to them that hate you, bless them that curse you, pray for them that despitefully use you. To him that smiteth thee on the one cheek, offer also the other. And from him that taketh away thy cloak, withhold not thy coat also. Give to every one that asketh thee, and of him that taketh away thy goods, ask them not again. And if ye love them that love you, what thank have ye? For even sinners love those that love them. And if ye do good to them that do good to you, what thank have ye? For even sinners do the same. And if you lend to them of whom you hope to receive, what thank have ye? Even sinners lend to sinners, to receive again as much. But love your enemies, and do them good, and lend, never despairing, and your reward shall be great. And ye shall be sons of the Most High, for he is kind toward the unthankful and evil. Be ye merciful, even as your Father is merciful. This is a reading of Matthew 5:21 to 48, and in Luke chapter 6. One of the things I think we see in the Sermon on the Mount is Jesus goes to the interior part. He not only is saying, don't do the external, but even in your thought life, your internal. And so he takes it into the very heart and draws examples. Like when he says, do not commit adultery, he says, do not even think adultery. Do not even hate your brother. And when he comes to the whole area of an eye for an eye, he says, resist not evil. He teaches a very strong non-resistance. And the bottom line is to love your neighbor as yourself. Over and over, he's constantly emphasizing that. And when he says, be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect, I think that simply means be complete in the way you bring it to the inner part and the external part of things. So I think this is a great sermon. I've done detailed work on every one of these areas in previous videos. So I'm now just more or less reading it in the authorized version and summarizing it and doing a comparison in reading between Matthew and Luke. So the bottom line is he's taking it into the internal, into the heart, and not just the external, both and, but the internal. And basically, he's encouraging us, if we're followers of him as disciples, to follow that internal example and to, in our interior being, obey what he is teaching. So I'm going to stop there. I'm trying to hold all of this to about 10 minutes or 11 at the most, 15 maybe in some of them. So this is the section where he deals with different items and illustrating them, showing that his righteousness goes beyond that of the scribes and the Pharisees. It goes beyond what they had taught, which is the external. And he says, not only do you not do the external, but even the internal has to be right. And be perfect, I think, simply means be complete. Doing both, I believe, is his emphasis.